This blurry photo was one captured of Ted Kaczynski in his home preparing explosive devices in the sanctity of his own home,
Objection,
which
Your Honor.
has led.
Speculative.
You know
It is a
what?
blurry
I'm
photo.
not
It's
gonna. I'm
speculative
not.
on the identity of the person.
Order, please. Order, please. Now, Mr. Crazy, I'm not gonna hear your objection because I must ask direct to Mr. Crazy. This blurry photo. What resolution is the photo?
This
Question.
resolution is 1920 by 1080, Your Honor.
How
Full
is
HD.
I must.
Correct.
The photo is very blurry. I'm looking at it right now. It does not indicate anybody specifically. Can you please present the evidence as if is open? It's not definitively the defendant, please.
Of course, Your Honor, I can most definitely do that.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor, we have evidence of global malware being used in this case, and if you'll notice, this is in Python, something of which Ted Kaczynski here is very well versed in. This global malware here has hacked into many, many American
Hmm.
databases and broadcasts, which has
Hmm.
enabled him to effectively and
Hmm.
horribly conduct his explosive attacks on the American people.
Hmm. Now, thank you for that. Oh, breaking news.
Oh, breaking news.
Oh, oh,
Uh-oh. Oh.
Hmm. I'd like to remind the members of the jury not to consume outside media to influence their opinion. Thank you, Mr. Krause. I must ask a direct question regarding the evidence that you presented. Um, this malware, how does it pertain to the crimes accused?
Your Honor, Mr. Kaczynski here used the malware to gain access into integral American databases, information networks, and other such sources to effectively and concisely plan out his attack on the American people.
Very well, thank you, Mr. Kraz. Now award Mr. Crazy 2 minutes to refute evidence given, bring further evidence, and/or call a witness to the stand. Thank you, Mr. Crazy.
That's me.
Sorry.
I'm
Well, okay.
witness.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's
So, Your Honor, I must say, what the principal proves is a shady mail swap. The quote-unquote mail used for the bombs was not of Ted Kaczynski's, however, of a different suspect who who sits outside this court and the justice system has no idea of.
Who?
Oh my
Your
god.
Honor, objection. This is speculation at best.
You
This
know
is
what?
just
I
plain
will
out innocent
overrule
information.
that objection. This is damning evidence. I would love to hear more from Mr. Crazy. Please continue.
As you can see, is a mail swap. So this picture shows Ted Kaczynski, or video correction, shows Ted Kaczynski putting his mail in, and then an unmasked man walking over, pulling it out, and putting his own package into the same mailbox, the one that would later detonate.
Okay, I must interject. Let the records show that the crimes were definitely proven to be conducted via mail, and this is just damning evidence. Okay, Mr. Crazy, I'll allow you 30 seconds to conclude.
As you can see, jury, this is nothing more than a mistaken identity. As I said in my opening statement, I knew that from the moment that Mr. Kaczynski walked in here, he was not the suspect, or he is not. Sorry, correction. He is not the one who perpetrated the crime.
Thank you, Mr. Crazy. Okay, Mr. Crazy, I'll award you 20 seconds to look over your file. You have a big hill to overcome, Mr. Crazy, please.
Your Honor, I have the perfect response to that. Your Honor, we have discovered an old stamp on the package which was used on the bombing, which somehow was intact, and our forensic officers managed to recover a partial print from it. That partial print belonging to Mr. Kaczynski, as you will see on record. On the
Damning
side.
evidence.
Oh
Damning
my
evidence.
god!
Furthermore, Your Honor, we have a yellowed postcard which states explicitly to his mother, Your Honor, of what Ted Kaczynski was planning on
Okay,
doing on
please
the day.
order. I would
Impossible.
like to remind the prosecution that the Mr. Ted Kaczynski's mother is not on trial today, please. Mr. Krause, continue.
Of course, Your Honor, my apologies. For Your Honor, we have some 3D cardboard glasses. Now, you may be asking, what does this pertain to the current evidence in this
Let
case?
the record show that's exactly what I'm asking.
Your Honor, as you will remember, in the partial print discovered on the old stamp,
Okay, well,
we have also matched it to these cardboard glasses, which was found in Mr. Kaczynski's home upon investigation. Therefore,
Excuse me.
directly linking his equipment, his personal property, to the crime in question.
Wow, that is very compelling. Thank you, Mr. Krasny. Mr. Crazy, I see you're a chicken. I apologize. Mr. Bailiff, please do not turn the prosecuting attorneys into chickens unless they are interjecting. Mr.
Your Honor.
Mr. Crazy, you have 2 minutes on the floor.
Your Honor,
Do
I
whatever
would like
you
to
wish.
object to the old stamp. The old stamp
Okay.
he said was collected from the explosion, and how I
Mhm.
asked, may I ask, how is any of it legible within, given the proximity of the explosive? I'd also
Okay.
like to
Ooh.
remind, I'd also like to remind her that it was proven that my client did not, his mail did not detonate within the shady mail swap. That has not been struck down. That still sits on
Okay.
the court.
Okay, I will hear that and allow the Mr. Krasny to refute. Mr. Krasny.
Your Honor, it is a commonly known piece of knowledge that any kind of partial print can be recovered from anything. And since we know that this old post stamp was on the exploded box, we know for a fact that Mr. Kaczynski is directly related to the exploded
Okay.
box and must therefore be guilty.
Okay, I will hear both your sides. I decide that I will strike off the 3 glasses and the yellow cardboard, but I will keep everything else because it is relevant to the case. Mr. Crazy. Mr. Bailiff, I request Mr. Crazy be unhandcuffed and continue his closing
Yes, Your Honor.
remarks. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. So I would like to present something to the case. A dark
Please.
Your Honor.
purchase,
Your Honor.
not
May
made,
I?
not by my client.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Crazy. Mr. Zari, what is it?
May I? Bat the prosecutor.
Why?
Yeah, sure. Mr. Crazy, please continue. I need to
Anyways.
hear this.
Anyways, I have here a dark web purchase that was not purchased by my client, Mr. Kaczynski, but by an IP address tracing to Romania.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay,
And Your Honor,
continue.
does this man look as well traveled to you? Does he? Like, look at him.
I will decide. Order! Do not laugh. Him being Romanian or not is not funny.
Your Honor, I have an objection if I may.
Okay, what is it?
Your Honor, VPNs, even during the time of the crime, are still relatively in common use. It is entirely possible that
If
Mr.
the
Kaczynski here-
prosecution does not have evidence of said VPN, I will strike everything you just said off the board. And since he does not, Mr. Crazy, please continue. I'm all ears.
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to call the little girl to the stand.
Okay, little girl, please.
Your Honor,
approach the
objection.
witness stand.
She is not in a mental state.
Overruled.
Ah,
Little girl,
hi.
please state your name for the record and the people of the court. Hi, sweetheart.
My name is Little Girl.
No,
Oh,
Breaking
pretty good.
news. Wow. Now, little girl, you're
Compelling.
doing such a great job. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What is your name for the court records?
Wow, my name is Little Girl.
Oh my god.
Okay, Mrs. Girl,
Interesting
I
name.
allow Mr. Crazy to examine their witness. Order! Crazy, please examine Mrs. Girl.
Little girl, can you please state what is your relation to the client, my client? Can you please state your relation to this,
Uh,
Mr. Kaczynski?
We used to be neighbors a while
Now,
ago.
can you please describe the dwelling that Mr. Kaczynski resides in?
It was kind of dirty, and the front yard was really dirty, and he was really weird. He would like stare at
This is
me.
Carl Weezer.
He would
Order
stare.
in my court!
He would stare at me from
Mrs.
the
Girl, you're doing
window.
such a good job. Yes, you are. Please continue
Thank
your
you.
testimony.
Okay, Miss Girl,
Yeah.
to your knowledge, did my client have any sort of computer devices in his house?
Yeah.
Can you please describe? Were these computers modern or more older and more retro-y?
I don't know. I'm not smart at computers. Oh, he had like a box one, like a grandma TV.
Did it look kind of dirty and dusty?
Yeah, it was really dusty. It made me sneeze.
Okay, I must
Made me
interject,
sneeze.
Mr. Crazy. Please keep the questions relevant to the crimes accused of the defendant. Please continue. Please don't hit the
No.
attorneys
I am
representing the class.
simply challenging the notion of a VPN that my client had a older computer that was not capable, nor had the technologies to run
Your
such.
Honor, objection.
Well, yeah, but it didn't look like he touched it because it was really dusty.
Please, Mrs. Little Girl, I don't want to hit with a hammer again.
Ow!
I will sustain the objection of Mr. Crazy. Mr. Crazy, if you cannot give relevancy to your questions, I will have to overrule.
The relevancy was the IP address for the Romanian dark web purchase that Krasny accused my client of using a VPN when in fact his computer was not capable.
I've heard enough. I will allow 2 more questions for Mrs. Little Girl before I give the prosecution the opportunity to cross-examine Mr.
Actually, the prosecution rests. The prosecution rests.
Okay, Mr. Krasny, would you like to cross-examine the little girl?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay.
Little girl,
Yeah.
I must ask you, how often did you look into or go into Mr. Kaczynski's home?
A little bit. A little bit.
Can you give an approximation of what a little bit means?
Like 11 times.
11
11 times, Your Honor.
Okay, I will ask the little girl to define for the court and the people
It's
in
like-
the court what 11 as pertains to
Like
an
all my
actual
fingers.
numeral.
Like all my fingers. Like
Okay,
but,
records show that she indicates 10 times.
10,
Thank you.
10 fingers.
Mr. Krasny may continue.
Your Honor, I simply must move to strike this witness. She's clearly not in the mental capacity
I
to
will
properly answer
sustain
questions.
I have
this thing
capacity
that Mrs.
of my
Little Girl said is
mind.
Struck off the board. Thank you, Miss Little
Oh.
Girl. Okay.
Your
I've
Honor,
seen
I
enough,
object to that. I
believe.
object to that structure. I like to
Okay.
object.
What is the objection?
She is a little girl. She is scared. She's being brought to a place full of adults. That she is no
Therefore,
other than my
overruled. She
client.
is obviously not capable of standing trial today. She's scared. She's a little girl.
No, Your Honor, I would like to.
Ooh.
I would like to ascertain
No.
the fact that her not
Order
being able to
in
tell
my
her numbers.
court. We refuse. We refuse any and all that you just fucking said, big boy. Okay. Now, I believe I received a lot of evidence. I would like to reference the jury. Mr. What is your
Ooh.
name? Can you state your name for the record?
Hey, my name K-pop.
Please, can you please restate your name for the record? I did not hear you.
My name is K-Fo.
Thank you, Mr. Foe. What is your opinion of the current status of this court today?
Hey, just from listening, you can tell by the color of my skin, I was that with one side.
Let the record show that the jury is indeed black as fuck. That's why I'm going to indicate the jury to be a unanimous decision today whether or not the defendant, Mr. Kaczynski, is guilty or not guilty. Mr. Jury, I give you 2 minutes to deliberate amongst yourselves and give a guilty or not guilty verdict. Thank you.
I feel like, what's his...
Take Kaczynski, Mr. Kaczynski.
Kaczynski.
Yeah,
You can
That
call
dude-
him Unabomber.
Unabomber. I feel like they tried defending him, but they got much more to provide to defend him. You hear him? You feel me?
Let the record show the judge does indeed feel him.
And so,
Can I feel him? Oh.
although the little girl, she not mentally capable.
I would like to remind the people of the court, the little girl to be struck off the board. You cannot reference them. Please continue, Mr. Folk.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
my
little
point.
girl's not canon anymore.
I'm about to bust my 45 out this
10
bitch.
seconds, Mr. Folk. 10 seconds. Guilty or not guilty of Mr. Kaczynski.
Your Honor, weapons are not allowed in this court of law.
Objection!
Your Honor,
I'm trying to hear the black man speak, Your Honor. Kaczynski, it is found he is guilty of all crimes accused.
And
Life
fuck.
Let's go.
Amen. Amen.
Oh,
You heard me?
Lord.
Feel me?
Goddamn mind, dude.